What's up, everybody? Just sitting here, getting ready for my plane ride tomorrow out to Jersey. Eating some udon, noodles. I figure everybody else eats on stream, so why not? Last night, I still got a lot of work to do on that. But tonight, what I need to work on is the sketches for backers. Because I forgot. But I'll get them done. And somewhere is my wee pad of Bristol. There we go. Rich Corinthian Bristol board. So we'll get that going. Let's see. I'm going to invite some folks just to hang out. Let's see. Busy. I don't think anybody's watching right now anyway, but what I'm doing right now is just sending out links like a madman. Got that. And then on my phone, ooh, somebody's watching. Or is it just me? It's probably just me. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right, and tweeted it out. Hey, John Gillespie, how you doing? What's crack-a-lackin'? I'm just eating some noodles, and then I'm going to work on some commissions, or not commissions. The sketches for the backers. All right. There it is. My bucket of stuff. All right. Let's get this going. So I need to be. Guess I will. Oh, hey. There he is, Mr. Liberty.
I don't know if I've lost power twice so far in like the past couple hours, so
Oh shit.
we'll see what happens. It was windy, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that sucks. I know my
Yeah.
camera. Look at that. Yeah, it like yesterday we had like 60-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh wow!
It's nuts.
So you're eating noodles?
Yeah, I was eating some udon, noodles, and some teriyaki beef.
Udon.
Yeah, it was pretty tasty, friend.
I'm more of a rice guy over noodles when it comes to like Chinese or Japanese or whatever.
I used to be, but I used to never like noodles. So like liking noodles now is kind of like a new thing for me. So I'm just kind of going with it.
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's more of a I don't know. I could get more in the spoonful in a way of rice and stuff, and I don't know which one is actually better for you.
Probably neither.
So, yeah, well, pretty much neither, but yeah, probably like the vegetable noodles that people sometimes, those are probably the best. One of my exes made it for me one time. It wasn't bad. It actually wasn't all that bad. I didn't mind the vegetable noodles too much.
John Gillespie is watching fantastic watching a documentary on Tower Records. Yes, that is a very, very sad documentary, friend. Physical media going away. I just depresses me.
It'll never totally go away, though.
It won't, but it wasn't like I was in Best Buy today. I had to buy a. Speaking of digital, I had to buy a new case for my oldest boy's Kindle paper because he loves to just read books. And I walked around, and like the movie section is like three like column stand up things, and that's it. There's no CDs anywhere. I'm just like, wow, this is absolutely depressing.
Yeah, it's they make it still just harder and harder to find it. Actually, aside from like ordering it through a company,
Amazon
or Amazon or wherever. Like I know the last one I really looked into was and I'm kicking myself for not buying it, was the Tool CD. Because they had like they had like a mini TV in it. But now, dude, I think when it came out, it was like, I don't know, $40 or $50 or something crazy, or 80, but now it's like triple the value or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if it's unopened and stuff. So, but that was the last one I really looked into. But I know like Shelby was talking about the Nirvana celebration anniversary one. Like there's actual physical media of that one. And
oh, gotcha.
So, I mean, they're out there, but it's just harder to find them now. You gotta go through back channels or like, which sucks, but
it does.
It'll never go away. It's no different than like 45s or stuff like that. It'll never disappear. I remember.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
It's your channel. You go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that I'm still a fan of physical media because Wi-Fi drops out all the time. So it's not a guaranteed thing.
Right. Yeah. Well, if you lose power, you lose power. But but if you have like the DVD of it, even if you lose out on your Wi-Fi connection, you still could pop in a video.
Yeah.
Be good. This is the only DVD I used to own a lot of DVDs, but through moving and marriage and all that other stuff, I lost everything except I rebought this one. This is the only actual movie that I own. That's it, dude. That's it.
It's the best Tom Cruise movie, man.
It is. It's the best Tom Cruise movie. Dude, I love that movie. I mean, my brother owns every movie known to man almost, but that's the only one I own, So we have a DVD library, but that one, I know he doesn't have that one actually. And I actually had the collector's edition that had like the patch and stuff like that, or a sticker. Nice. Yeah, it was cool. And I had to sell that even way back in the day. Remember when you can go into like CD stores or whatever and you just sell your DVDs or CDs?
Oh yeah, I used to do that
Yeah,
all the time just to make rent when I lived up in Cedar Falls, Iowa.
it's pretty much why I had to sell them. Yeah,
I was like, well, this is gonna suck.
yeah, and it does. It sucks a lot.
You know?
But you gotta either eat or pay rent or
Yeah,
bills.
exactly. Because I was like when I lived up there, I was in my early 20s, and I was so fucking lazy. I just was like, I don't feel like going to work today, and then I'd be like, why am I hungry? Oh yeah, because I didn't make any money.
Because I didn't go to work.
Yeah, that was a real piece of work.
Yeah, it just I didn't make as much money as what the living expenses called for, so that's why I
Oh
had to
yeah,
do that a lot. Yeah.
yeah,
The ex-wife, she was really young. I was when I got married, I was 29 and she was 19 or something like that.
yeah.
So yeah, she was
That
just really
sounds.
young and didn't have that, responsible mindset. That I mean, I didn't as I did, but didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds very
So
similar to me and my ex-wife. I was 29 and she was 21, and
yeah,
just different mindsets. I was already kind of past the drinking and going out, and that's kind of all she wanted to do because she was newly 21.
right.
And
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, that's how that goes. What am I doing? Uh, yeah. So it's very similar to that. Yeah. Like I would be the one who's like, yeah, we can't, go to McDonald's today because we can't afford it. She's like, why
yeah.
not? Stuff like that. I don't know why it does that.
Hello, is that flatting? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm flatting. I'm gonna.
I have no clue how coloring works on computers. So.
Like I said it. I said it a few times. I think I said it on your stream last night. I'm adequate, or was it on? It wasn't somebody's, but I'm adequate. I can get away with it. It's not horrible. It's not the best. Like I wouldn't hire me to color a book, but when it
Yeah, it
comes
was
to like,
last night.
yeah, it was last night. So yeah. Well, if anybody's watching new, there you go. I'm
Go
okay.
see the other one.
Hey, go
Go
watch
see
the
the
other one.
first episode. Yeah, go see the first
Yeah.
episode of CG Icon.
CGI guys.
I'm sure somebody will get pissed, but I don't care.
What CG icons?
Yeah, I'd be like, you guys, who are you guys? Let's be like, we're the future, motherfucker.
We're the icons of today for you tomorrow.
Yeah.
The icons of tomorrow today. Or something.
What he said.
Something. Do I want to give him underoos almost? Like underoo type thing. This is how horrible I am at. I just design things as I go rather than planning things out. I'm terrible.
No, I do that a lot too. Like if I need to like create a new character, I'm kind of like, I'll get the body shape down, and then I'm like, all right, what can I put on him?
I don't like that. Yeah. I mean, well, granted, my book's in black and white also, so I don't really have a color scheme for a lot of these guys.
Yeah. Did you guys hang out very long after I left yesterday?
Just a little bit. What ended up happening was I opened a new tab for something. Oh, to check my campaign. And I went to close that tab, but I accidentally closed your tab. So, of course, I couldn't get back in. Billy was in the back room because he tried to come in after you left. So Billy was there, but he was in the back room. Then I ended up
Oh
in the back
no.
room too. So Shelby and Plagle were both like just there making fun of us because we couldn't get in. So and then we ended up ditching and going to Discord for like Shelby was there for a couple minutes in Discord, but we ended up hanging out in Discord afterwards. But we were there for a little bit.
That's cool. I was just beat. I just couldn't.
That's fine, man. Yeah, I don't think I'll be here for 5 hours again. But
No, I won't either because I have to leave my house at 3:00 in the morning to get to my plane.
Oh, that's cool.
Gotta go sign some books.
That's right. That's right. You're doing a thing.
Yeah. Can't wait. Like it's one thing to see the digital files, but man, when you see it in print, you're just like, this is why we do it.
Yeah. Yeah, like you get to see it while you draw it, or even like that's. But when you're right, once you get the book in your hand, you're like, oh, this looks so cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you've been in the industry for as long as like everybody else has, like you lose that novelty gets lost on you after a while. But I haven't been doing this for 30 years. Why it's doing that? I'll have to figure that out later. I don't feel like troubleshooting right now. Okay.
I don't feel it.
I don't feel it. No. Oh, it just buckles in. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much his flats right there. I guess it's pretty simplistic. It's not supposed to be overly complicated.
Gotcha. I'm hoping I have a layover in Atlanta. I sent a message out to Fraga to see if he was free. But I know
that'd be cool.
Yeah, last time he said he's like, dude, that's like over an hour away from me, and I'm like, okay, never mind.
Oh. Well, isn't Yaki still in Atlanta?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know a whole lot about Yaki.
Oh, okay.
Other than he exists.
He's a horrible no. Yaki's a good dude, man. He's just terrible.
He's just a horrible guy.
He's just a despicable human being. I don't know what to tell you.
I need to choose my friends better.
Even though he colored trading cards for me, terrible.
Oh yeah, he colored the Beard Zerker cover I did for Don Chen.
Nice. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, he's a really good colorist, that's for sure. Yeah.
I do miss the murder cam though.
Oh, everybody misses murder cam.
So did he move? Is that why it's gone?
Yeah, he moved. But I don't know. I think he moved not up the street, but you know what I mean? I think he's still in Atlanta.
Gotcha.
Oh. But I'm not 100% though. I don't know. I don't stalk him every day, unfortunately. He doesn't have a nice enough butt for me to stalk him.
Unlike Lola,
who we stalk her regularly.
Has she ever been on screen?
Yeah. I don't know if she showed her face, but she wore like a mask. She's worn a mask a couple times.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, but she's been on camera, and I'm friends with her on Instagram, so I've seen her face.
Oh, I gotcha.
She's a cutie. She's a good person. She streamed early. Yeah, I was gonna actually stream, but then I realized that Luke Death Metal Heroes having a Do You Even Read, where he's talking about the first 3 issues of X-Men with ink spots. No, you're no matter what, you're gonna overstream somebody you like. Yeah. You know what I mean? No matter what happened. Like I said, I was gonna do it. If I was streaming, you would have overstreamed me. So
gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what you do, it just do your thing, man.
Fuck, no matter what I do.
Never good enough. I should probably let me open this up in YouTube and tweet it out. I can get maybe one more person to watch.
I tweeted it out and then I sent links to just about everybody.
I was watching Clutch live.
Ooh, Clutch? Nice.
Yeah, I was watching Clutch. Let me see here. Where are you? Oh, I have to refresh this page.
I love their version of Fortunate Son.
Yeah, I was actually just watching. There's a home video. Well, an official video of it, the quote unquote. Yeah. And I was just watching that. It was pretty good. They did a good job.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. You might hear an echo. Oh no, that's the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You're down here. There we go. Mute. There we go. Okay. Share. I already liked it. There we go. Share. Facebook. Oh, no, I don't want to share it to Facebook. What am I doing? I don't want to close out the wrong tab. There we go. I always do it, man. All right.
At least this time I can like bring you back.
Let me back in. If you want to.
You're like, oh no, you left, so
nope.
you're staying out.
Not you again.
Jason guy. I heard to watch out for him.
Go get the lube.
Mostly just because he can't see where he's going.
I can't see what I'm typing right now, so hopefully it's hashtag comics gate. Hashtag comics. Hashtag comic. I don't even think people follow hashtags. Artists. Hashtag YouTube. There we go. Okay. And tweet.
And tweet.
There we go. It's tweeted.
That's the tweet.
That's the tweet. I should have said, don't go watch Death Metal Hero. Watch.
Nice.
Missed opportunities. Oh well.
That's okay.
That's.
Don't need him coming over going, what are you doing?
Whoa, what do you mean don't watch me? Grr. Grr. That's my death metal. Grr.
No, man, we were talking about fish tanks. We swear.
Yeah, it's all fish tanks. We're pro fish tank.
It's all fish tanks.
Yeah, we're pro fish. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm gonna play around with this now that I have flats.
You do that, sir.
Well, I usually do the cut and grad method. It works. I'm not as good as it, but granted, Shelby was telling me he was showing me one of his things. He's like, I have 100 layers on this one. You're insane.
Yeah, I know. It was nuts.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, what?
Like that poster that he has in the background that he did. He said there are so many layers. Like it was so dense, like it almost crashed his Wacom.
Oh man,
because it just had so many layers and so many, I don't know what else. But I was like, dang, that is crazy, sir.
That's crazy, man. I also know how Ink does it. He or is it Billy? Billy. He has each color on its own separate layer, or like each shape. I mean, on its own separate layer, so that way he can always go back and check. I'm like, man, you guys are methodically crazy and quick at it too. It's like I don't know how they do it. I'm not that fast, so whenever they show me stuff, I'm like, how do you that would slow me up so much.
Yeah. Well, I think just them probably doing it so much. It's just like I've watched Yaki, like when he had his camera on and like you can't see his screen, but you can see like he's like moving his stylus, but he's also like off to the side, not even looking at the keyboard, but he's clicking on things to do things. And I'm just like, he just, that has to come from just doing it for so long.
Yeah, muscle memory, stuff like that. Yeah. Where's the airbrush one? There it is.
I gotta mute for a second because I've got to make a phone call real quick.
Oh, how dare you!
Well, there's some weird thing going around on like TikTok and stuff about tomorrow. It's like school shooting day or some shit.
Oh yeah, so now you have to. Yeah,
I gotta call my kids in. I'm not. I don't care. I already talked to them and their moms, and I'm just like, I don't care. You guys aren't going. You
really didn't need to justify the reason for you getting off stream to call.
I always tell too much.
Yeah, no, I mean it was fine, but it was... All right. No, yeah, you go do your thing. while he's away, I can't read you guys, but you got John up in here. What's going on, man? How you doing? And so far it's just John and me watching the stream. Yeah, welcome. Make sure you share this out. Hit the buttons. Hit like, subscribe. Well, if you're here, so you probably subscribed already, but share it out. Mike will appreciate that. And go check out US Assassin now on Indiegogo. That's right. Back at once, back at twice, back at 3 times a lady. I'm trying to work on just there's hardness. Playing around with some brush settings. Maybe I can I'm gonna make the size of this bigger. Space. I don't want spacing yet. Where's the size of the stupid brush at? There we go. Now you can see it. Pardon me. Yeah. So there. Oh, there's the size right there. Brownness. Yeah, I want that's fine. I don't really want spacing too much. I'll space it out a little bit. Not too much. There we go. See, I want it nice and feathered. And see what that looks like. All right, we'll see what that looks like. Oh, it's yelling at me. Why is it yelling at me? And yeah, okay. Couldn't even see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Where's my opacity at? It looks like it's at. Okay, so I mean, you know, you have rosy red cheeks. See, it's not layering like I want the airbrush to layer. Wait, oh, that's why. That's why. Color sucks. Okay, there we go. Let me darken this up a little bit. So, and then there you go. See how dark that is? So we want to jump down. This nice airbrush feel to things. So you gotta add the color your blood would be. So it's usually warmer. And then I'm gonna pop in some shadows with blues. I like to use dark blues in the shadows and stuff like that. Purples. Right now I'm mainly just playing with these layers. See, I don't like that. It's too big. It's too close to those lines. There we go. Get rid of that one. Rosy red cheeks like Santa Claus. And you could use reds for shadows too. And get some warm colors, some warm shadows. But usually shadows cool things down, so they're usually darker. But, oh, Mr. Death Metal Hero is live. Shadows are usually, you know, they're darker, so they're cooler. They cool down the area. I got a lot of chrome in here. I'm going to go back in and get these spots that I missed right now. Let's see here. Oh, I have Luke's channel on a little loud. I'll turn him down a little bit. There we go. This music scared me a little bit. It's a scary man. It's Mr. Death Metal Hero. Yeah. Hey, what's going on? Bat on my face. What's going on, man? How you doing? Matt, I did it now too. Thanks, Feline. Mike is away making a phone call. He will be back shortly. He is TKOB. Take care of business.
Oh man, I think I had too much sodium. My head hurts.
Drink some fluids.
Yeah.
Drink lots of water. Why has he got pops on with him? What?
Lots of water, you say, friend?
That's right, friend. Yeah, I mean, I do the Mios and stuff. I just tend to refill up like a 20 ounce or 32-ounce bottle or
Yeah.
whatever every now and then, just chug it because I'm supposed to be hitting 120 ounces a day.
So good.
Yeah, the Mios have a little bit of sodium in them too. So
Yeah.
what? What were you gonna say?
No, as a kid, man, I was just like, oh, water. But now I'm just like, oh, so good, so refreshing.
Yeah, I don't mind like water. I could do it a lot better if it's like fresh bottled water or filtered. I could do it kind of okay, but it takes. I don't know, man. I go through a pitcher and so quickly that I just get sick of filling it back up all the time.
Yeah.
So
we bought a water machine. Not one where you flip the jug over, you put it under,
and
it'll give you either hot or cold water. It's really nice.
That's cool.
But,
yeah,
I'm here. I have to use the jug.
Well, I don't mind the bottled water, but it gets pretty expensive to constantly buy it because they only tell me. Yeah, so I did like I have a Brita filter. I did like that, and I just haven't. Like I said, I just haven't really. I might use it more often now that I at least have the wider mouth because it was hard for me to pour them into like a 20-ounce because the neck is the mouth is so tiny. But these Powerade have a wider mouth, so I can maybe pour it in there. Yeah. So I might start using it if there's room in the fridge to put the pitcher. So, yeah. So you're working on commissions, or are you working on?
Excuse me.
Bless you.
These are the sketches that go into the collector's case.
Oh, okay.
Here. You get a sketch for me, and then I also have to do the sketches for the Steel Force, but those are the actual people. So I have to do likenesses for that, which shouldn't be too big of a problem.
If it's caricatured likenesses, I'm okay. I could do likenesses decently well in general, but if they're slightly characterized, I'm a lot better at it.
Yeah, it's not something I go out of my way looking to do, but I can do it.
Right.
My dad was an amazing caricaturist, man. He was like the guys from like Mad Magazine.
That's really awesome.
Did anything with it though?
Well, art in general is not something people usually do anything with in the first place. It's not a money maker, you know.
Yeah.
It's hard to support families on strictly just artwork, especially now, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but I mean, like he grew up in like the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and I'm just like, the problem is his dad's like, you'll never make anything out of yourself with that art, and I'm just like, that's soul crushing.
Well, that was the mindset back then, though.
Yeah.
The mindset back then was, become a mechanic or work in a steel mill, stuff like that. Work on cars, and that was the mindset. And I mean, it's not totally wrong. I mean, those were always in demand.
Yeah.
So it's just unfortunate, though. A lot of people, we lost a lot of talent because of stuff like that, though. I know Plago went to go see Spider-Man.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, lucky me, I stupidly opened up YouTube and some asshole has all the clips on it.
Really?
Yep. Was
already
over it. Yep. It was up yesterday. Some of them have been taken down, but like I already know so much about the movie. I'm like, what's the point of going and seeing it now?
I still would go see it. Like, I don't know. Honestly, at most, I want to hear it was good. I liked it. It was bad. Don't go see it. Like, at least I have it be like, or it was bad. Judge for yourself, or something like that. Yeah. I don't mind that. But yeah, if somebody says too much, like for Endgame, I did my best to stay. I was pretty spoiler free for a long time until I saw like somebody had drawn some fan art, and I saw it was Cap holding Mjolnir. I'm like, oh well, there goes that. I'm like, I know that's in the movie now. I didn't have to read anything.
Luckily, with that, I stayed away because like the first Avengers movie, some little kid. I was at a signing that weekend that it opened, and some little kid was like, "I can't believe Thanos shows up at the end," and I just kind of like dropped my pen, and the dad's like, "What are you doing?" So
You
like,
rotten.
yeah, so like when it's something I want to see, I usually stay offline till I see it. I mean, I
Please do.
wasn't in a big hurry to see Spider-Man because there's like it's like Batman. There's 60 of them already.
Yeah.
But yeah, I tell you what, man, when that happened in the theater, when Cap picked up the hammer, that place erupted.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, dude.
it was so cool.
Yeah, that was it. I'm a, I remember that from the comics, so
Yeah,
I nerded out. I was like, yeah, but I couldn't nerd out too much because I saw somebody draw the fan art, and then once again, that happened so long ago in the comics. I'm like, well, obviously he's not doing just some regular fan art at this point.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I try to, because that's what's one good thing about having like a poor vision is like it takes me a bit to read something. So if I start to read something, usually people will like indicate, like they won't say this is a spoiler, but the wording in the beginning of the thing is like pretty like talking about Endgame or Avengers or
yeah,
whatever. Once I see it's about that, I go scroll. I don't even
yeah.
bother. Like if I see the words, like that one word, like the movie, keep scrolling. But visually, like a picture, yeah, I'll see that, and I'm like, oh, you suck, dude.
Yep. And that's what it was all the like how on YouTube there's always that one picture that I shows at the beginning of all the videos. It's like every single one was like a spoiler. I'm like, okay, so now I know that happens. I know that happens.
Right.
You fucker. And
Yeah,
it's
I
not
don't.
even somebody that I'm subscribed to. It just showed up.
Oh, yeah, because it's trending. That's why. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen anything, thankfully, like that way yet. Uh, I mean, I have my own, like based on like other theories and stuff of what like reviewers have speculated and stuff. I go by what they talk about because they haven't seen it either. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, there's some like even the Matrix thing. Like I had a feeling from the get go, like Trinity is going to be the one at this point. Like obviously that's not out yet, so I can even talk about that. That's fine. But
Yeah.
like that's my theory behind that. So, and I'm not really big on happening to go see it anyway, really, all that much.
Yeah. I'm good with the first one. That's kind of,
Dude, that first one was so good. It did not
yep.
even need a sequel.
No.
It was such there's such good
The
it's such a
only
good
cool
movie.
thing about the second one was the Ghost Twins. Those guys
Yeah,
were
they were
badass.
cool. Yeah, I like the Ghost
Other than
Twins.
that, I could give two squats about the sequels.
Yeah. Yeah, well the highway scene was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, like the fighting, yeah. You know what? That's what they could have done. They could have just had the fight scenes, and that's it. Like these are the fight scenes. You don't need to see the movie at all because it's stupid. There you go.
Yeah, that architect guy, I was like, what is he talking about? I feel dumber listening to him talk
That
than
was.
he, and
I
I
mean, that's
just
kind of the
don't.
point. He was supposed to be that way, but at the same time, they tried to go too far with it. It's like
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be all this.
It's like, look how
It,
smart we are. It's like, yeah, look how dumb your audience feels.
yeah, and how unnecessary all this is. Like the ending was opened, it was perfect. You could have left your own conclusions and been like, "This is what happens. This is what I
Yeah.
think happens." It was fine. So,
Nope. Gotta
like
make money.
honestly, man, like Fight Club did it right. Fight Club did comic books, like a Fight Club 2. I think there might be a Fight Club 3, I'm not sure. But they did Fight Club 2 as a comic book rather than a
Yeah.
movie. I mean, Chuck still wrote it, but that way it didn't screw with anything. You can go and choose to read it, or just if you're not a comic book fan, you would never know about it. Fight Club is open. It's kind of open ended, but it closes everything
Yeah.
up. You don't need to really know more about Tyler Durden or Jack or anybody.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, to me they could have done that. Maybe gone just made major comic books, and if you really want to learn more about it, have at it.
Yeah. That would.
It's all about the money.
Yep.
I'm on the
It's a
wrong way.
recognizable IP.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's recognizable and we'll make money.
No dying. No dying.
We got sick. My nephew brought on Thanksgiving, brought over some kind of illness, and my other nephew got it. He works with me, so he had to get tested for COVID, which
Oh,
he
geez.
doesn't have. He didn't have it, which is good. So then I know I don't have it, but then I got it. My mom's getting it now, so it's just going around. Yeah. What happens when you live with a lot of people? You know how it goes.
Oh yeah. Usually the last one to get it.
Well,
Usually hits all the family, and then it's like, I feel pretty good, and then the next day you're like, fuck.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I usually hide away in my room. I'm really, but everybody touches everything, like doorknobs and stuff like that. So that's pretty much how I end up getting it. But I might turn off. I'll keep Luke open and give him his watch hours. I know he probably wants to get monetized, but I'm someone who doesn't care. I didn't know he had 312. I didn't even know he was over 300. I thought he was like at like 280 or something like that.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, go Luke.
Go Luke.
Yeah. That's another reason why I don't do not just Vision, but I don't do the show streams or promo streams, because I don't have that many people that are subbed to me. I'd rather have people go to Luke's channel, and he at least has more subs and more people are following him than me. So you're better off going over there. I gotta fill in some of these gaps here.
Crevasses.
Yeah, it's just using the lasso tool. I need to fill in the white spots, make them colored, get rid of those whites.
That's right.
What I say?
Down with whitey.
Down with the whites. Let's get those colors in there. All the different colors. Kill whitey. Funny thing is, it's a trading cards. But the other thing is, I was gonna obviously sell the original art on the campaign, and one thing I do is when I do that, I offer an 8.5 by 11 print of the colored version. That way, you have a bigger version of the trading card.
Nice.
But I screwed up. The person who backed Luke's trading card, I accidentally did not save a regular size 8.5 by 11 color print.
Oh.
I just have the small 2x3 one. Yeah, so I'm gonna make it up to them. I'll give them maybe throwing a sketch or maybe like an original page even. Yeah, to make up for it, because I feel bad, dude. I was like, oh no, you idiot, you oversaved it. I don't like the direction I'm going here. I might end up deleting that, starting over. I like his knuckles though. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Is there someone here?
Bad in My Face was here
a
while ago.
Yeah, I said hey to him while you were on the phone.
Oops.
I got you. I got you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. There you go. I knew there was another gap. There we go. All right. I don't know. See, watercolors, I can blend these better. I don't know how people get those cool effects with digital. That's a lot of layering, I guess, and messing with levels and opacities or whatever. Too much.
All that
Yeah.
magic stuff.
All that jazz. Too much. Too much. All right. You're becoming a streaming machine, man.
Well, I figure I need to start doing it. I haven't been doing it, and I need to stay busy is my thing. 'Cause I need
Right.
to absolutely stay busy.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, that's when.
Well, you don't want the dead. Like my job, for instance, is it's kind of good for what we do. It's because there's no mental activity involved in it. It's a lot of just mindless work. But at the same time, I could be like, oh, I know how I want to write the next panel, or I got this cool angle I could do for the book. So I'm constantly, in a way, like thinking. But when the fit hits the shan, it's at the same time really bad because I'm just thinking of all the stupid crap that's going on. I'm like, oh, everything sucks.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sometimes doing mindless work is a bonus, but yeah. So I've come up with some cool ideas because of it, though, which is good. But really warm. Weird. Is the weather supposed to be good for Jersey for your thing?
Honestly, I haven't checked. I should probably check.
It usually does help because it depends on whether or not there's going to be a crowd sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I know they. I have my Delta Airlines app, and they said that everything's still on schedule. So.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's a good thing.
All right, I'm gonna delete this. Oh.
Right, so that one.
Let me get rid of this.
Here's one.
How often do you post to TikTok?
I don't know. I started doing it a lot lately, and then kind of got the old slap on the wrist. But I still try to. I usually do like one video, and it usually has to be split up into 3.
Oh, okay.
Because it doesn't let you do like long form videos, or at least doesn't let me do it. I don't know if it's because I'm a newbie or whatever.
No, I think there is a time limit. It's not like it's like Instagram. It could be 30-second video. I mean, they allow longer ones, but then you have to it's weird. But yeah, it's just there's a time limit is all. So it's not because you're a noob.
Yeah. So I try to do time lapses of drawings. And that way I can find cool music to put in the background.
Do you record them and then go through your phone video editor or whatever, and then do it that way and then upload it?
I have my phone up here. I'll hit time lapse on the video setting.
Right.
Just let it run, and then I upload it to TikTok, and you can add words to it. You can
yeah, but they only have certain music in their selections.
Oh yeah. But I usually find I think my my favorite one is I found "Summer Song" by Joe Satriani, and I was like, perfect.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those songs that's fast beat, so it goes with
It goes with the tempo of the
yeah.
I record it through the time lapse, and then I go into my video editor on my phone, and then I add a background music from my music.
Oh,
and then I upload it to TikTok, and I'll put in like the whatever I'm working on, the words, and then I'll hashtag it, stuff like that. But that's what I do. Is I do everything in the phone, and then I upload it. I mean, obviously, it's still a short video, but it's
because the songs they have
suck. They're very limited.
fast at most. Is the screen going weird for you too?
Yeah, you were cutting out a little bit.
Oh, okay. Idle hands are the devil's playthings. Hey, Mark.
This is true. What's up, man?
Hey, dudes. What's up, Rough Kent?
Yo, what's up, brother Kent? What on, man?
Edwin the Ace.
Hail the Ace.
Hail Peeps. Hail Edwin.
Hail Edwin.
Yes.
Yeah, no, the music they have, I mean, it's mainly for like people to do stupid little dances and stuff. So yeah, so I like I'll go through, like, I have Dropkick Murphys obviously works really well with time lapses. But yeah, I'll find something like usually a little more upbeat if it's a time lapse. And then I upload it. I still like this blue though. Let's
Excuse me.
Is there really one?
Not really.
All right.
I've been trying to find one for 47 years.
I mean, I say never give up hope, man. Never give up hope. You never know. One day you may find it.
Where there's life, there's hope, right?
This is true. Life finds a way.
That's right. Life finds a way.
Always listen to Jeff Goldblum.
Or wait up.
He's a wise man.
Life finds a way.
Finds a way.
That dude is hilarious. It's so like he's almost become a cartoon of himself.
Yeah, and he knows it.
Yeah, he goes for it,
Yeah,
it's like that's awesome.
Yeah, I dig the bloom. See, I don't know. I just like the cut grad. I'm gonna go with the cut grad. I was playing around with the airbrush and wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, just do what makes you happy, sir.
I don't know if it makes me happy, but it works.
If it makes you happy,
then why am I so sad?
Yeah, I don't know, because you're listening to Sheryl Crow. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be a good reason to be sad. I wish I could change the station, but the knob is busted off, and there's nothing I could do about it. Remember when radios had dial knobs like that would fall off and bust? And
yep.
Couldn't do anything about it. Screwed.
I remember being we had as a kid we had our TV downstairs was this huge cabinet thing, and there's the TV. You open the doors, and there's the TV, and then the doors on top of that was a record player.
Yep.
And so then on top of the whole thing, and this whole thing was probably, I don't know, 6 feet tall, was the turn dial box for the cable box, which basically all we got was like the 4 main channels, I think like WGN, and of course we had HBO when it first came out, so I got to see a lot of stuff I shouldn't have.
Yes. Yeah, we had the record player that had like it was in the cabinet, and had the lid and stuff like that. So yeah.
My brother, who is 7 years older than I am, he would scream from downstairs my name, and so I knew if I didn't hurt the bitch. It's like, you're right there. You're taller than I am. You can reach the fucking box. I can't. So I actually broke one of the knobs because I was trying to climb it.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, that pissed off the old man.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, in general, I hate it when people are like, I can't, like, if I'm in my room and I start talking to somebody and they like leave the vicinity of my room, I'm like, I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to keep yelling to keep talking to you. I'll wait till you come back. They're like, I can hear you.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, gonna wait. I'm like, I don't want to yell past that. I'm not 12 anymore. Or you get the kids, like I get my nephews and stuff here or whatever. They'll be like, hey, so and so. I'm like, they're like literally 12 feet away. You just get up and walk to them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
like we don't live in a 8-bedroom mansion. It's just,
Yeah. My 11-year-old Caden is real. Like he doesn't understand the we're all in the same room. So he gets very loud and we're like turn it down, turn it down. But
yeah.
I have the worst time at work because I work in a factory and you have to wear earplugs and there's machinery.
Yep.
And if you're not facing me to where I can see your face, I don't know
Your
what you're
lips
saying.
moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also you can see
And
the lips moving. So at least even if you could barely hear them, but by seeing their mouth move, you can make out everything that they're saying. Okay.
yeah, and people get pissed off when I'm like, look, if I can't hear you, I like if you turn around, I can't hear you.
Right.
Not my fault.
Yeah. Like I have one earbud in my ear, and because I have to answer phones and stuff like that sometimes, so I the other one is open, and people will talk to me, and I mean I could usually hear them, but sometimes I'm like, what? Because I don't work in a factory, but we still work we have enough machines going though, as to where it's
Oh yeah,
loud enough that I still can't hear you fine, even though you're like 4 feet away from me. It's like, yeah, speak up just a little bit, and plus I'm older, so I'm going deaf.
yeah.
So yeah, talk a little louder.
Oh. Replicant. Where there's life, there's a way. Ronald McDonald, probably.
McDonald is a wise man.
That's right. Boop boop.
Yeah, that's my friend texted me.
Ooh. Hello, friend.
Hello, friends. This, yeah, but I don't know. It's just better. I have more control. Like if I was watercoloring this, I would have been happy probably with what effects that I was getting. But for some reason, I don't know what it is, dude. With digital, I like this. I like the colors that Shelby gets. I like what Yaki gets because they're
Yeah,
traditional comic. You know, I love what Ink and Billy do because they don't have that feel to it. It's more of a painterly vibe, but it only
yeah,
fits with certain elements. You know, so with this thing, I think a traditional comic look is just better, even though I can't really color that way.
coloring better than I could on a computer.
It's honestly, dude, it's not that hard. It's a couple YouTube tutorials and I was okay. Especially with this method.
Everything I learned in life, I learned from the YouTubes.
Dude, I really wish that was the case. I tell everybody, don't go to college if you're an artist. Just go on YouTube or social media in general. Ask questions. Don't waste your money
Yeah,
because you don't need an art degree to do this. I can see if you're going to be an architect or something. Yeah, you got to go to college. But
yeah,
when it comes to stuff like
yeah.
this,
No.
nah, you're fine just learning yourself.
Mm.
Let's see here. Do this. See how this turns out. Do you normally listen to like music and stuff when you're working?
Huh?
Do you normally listen to music and stuff when you're working, or you just plug in
Uh,
YouTube's
I used to before YouTube. I used to listen to sound scores.
sound scores?
Yeah, the symphonic music to movies.
Oh, okay.
Um, so I would listen to sound scores like Superman or the Star Wars ones or the Rocketeer. I've got just a ton of them.
That's a good movie.
Uh, but then when YouTube came around, I just, it's weird. I have to have somebody drawing in the background for me to draw. So like when like Plagal was doing his 12-hour streams, I was like, all right,
Let's get
let's go. I'm
going.
ready. I'm going to be drawn too.
Yeah. It used to be just strictly music for me, obviously. But once I started making friends with everybody, I still listen to music, but I mainly like, is anybody streaming right now?
Yeah.
And then I'll like listen to almost anyone and draw, or he said like an artist. But then I find half the time I'm talking instead of actually like talking in the chat instead of like actually working.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is when I'm on stream doing stuff, I work faster for some reason. Like I don't know what it is about it, but I actually am more productive when I'm on camera talking to people than I am sitting on my ass.
If I'm on a stream with somebody, uh, yeah, I don't work faster, but if I'm hosting, forget about it. I
Yeah.
can't get anything done. The cool brother dropping in. Have a good stream.
Oh, it's my brother.
It's the cool brother.
Yeah, that's the cool brother.
Yep. Well, he says so.
Lou,
That's how I know.
yeah, Lou Verdusky.
Yeah, that's the cool one.
Yeah, that's my older brother. Brother
Yeah.
from the same mother.
It's always nice when they drop it.
Yeah. He's always been super supportive of me.
That's really good.
Yeah.
It makes things easier when people are supportive over about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's always been pretty supportive of what I do. There we go. I can't imagine coloring a whole comic book. I would lose my mind. But at least this way, I do want to do a whole book, but I want to do it all traditional, like watercolor and stuff like that.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Like some
Yeah.
P.H. Martins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some liquid P.H. Martins, stuff like that. You know, like it, maybe like kind of like trying to get like a David Mack vibe out of some stuff.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I watched there's, God, I think it's like the 5-year Valiant comic anniversary thing back in the 90s. They had a video and they kind of talked to everybody. Like they talked to Sean Chen, who's one of the artists, and they talked to the guy and they show him actually using the P.H. Martins, like dropping it into like the little containers. And then I think he was coloring like a issue of Solar. And I was just like, that's just so cool that they still do it the old school way. It's like in hindsight, I really liked the old school Valiant books, but back then I was just too caught up in what was like, cool.
Right, what was hip, yeah. Yeah, once Image hit, like all those other things just went by the wayside.
Yeah, they just weren't. They couldn't compete.
Yeah, like Malibu.
Yeah,
forget about it, dude.
Yeah, they tried.
They did try. And they had some pretty decent art back in the day and decent stuff. I didn't mind some of it.
Did Malibu have Ultra Force?
Yes.
Or is that something? Yeah. So when like Perez was there, I was on board because I'm a huge Perez fan. I will get anything that man gets. So I even like got when he went to how was it, Defiance? I don't know. He did
Defiant. Yeah, Defiant.
yeah,
Yeah.
he did iBots for them over there. I bought that. I couldn't tell you what the story was about it, but it looked real pretty.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Yeah. Is that great?
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, Perez is great.
Yeah. I've got all these. Like I've got there was a magazine called not a comic book. There was a company called Tomorrows, and they would do these
Huh.
magazine-sized books about different artists. And I've got the one on Perez. I've got the one on Ruingo. I've got the one on Ramita Jr.
Nice.
I'm trying to think who else. But then they did like a hardcover book, which was George Perez Storyteller, and it was black. And it was basically he drew himself at the art table drawing. And then IDW came out with a huge, giant book, and I got that one too, and that's really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
'cause
a kind of like an artist edition in a way, or
kind of. You see a lot of his artwork, and not colored, and you get to see some of his commission work, and like it just goes through his whole. Like the big one goes through his whole career, and it's really cool to see somebody's journey, and the dude's just so nice.
and that's always really refreshing. That when you find out they're actually like nice people, like
Yeah.
they're not total just jerks that you just like. Oh man, I really wanted to like this guy.
Oh yeah, well
I
that's
love his artwork so much.
yeah. Like the first time I met Jim Lee, I was just like not impressed because he was just very off-putting. And it was during the Image heyday. I can understand that, but I was just like, dude, that okay.
Yeah, we actually got lucky when we met a few of the Image dudes. I've told the Make-A-Wish story a few times, but my brother had a Make-A-Wish to meet Stan Lee, and we kind of got. We don't even think Stan Lee knew we were coming, but we kind of got burned on that. And one of the promoters or whoever for San Diego Comic-Con came up to him and was like, "Oh, so you're supposed to meet Rob Liefeld, right?" And he was like, "Yeah." So this was like this was '92 when everything first came out, and like they took him behind the Image signing table while Rob was signing. They took him behind there, and Rob
Nice.
like looked at his artwork. He talked to him for a few minutes, and like even signed one of a thing saying, "Hey, keep up the good work, Rob," and stuff like
Nice.
that. Yeah, it was awesome. And so we got because I hear stories otherwise about Rob. So, and Shelby even said, "Yeah, you caught him on a good day." But,
yeah, you did.
Like Jim Lee, even it was just a signing. But I met him. I wasn't too. I was like, "Hey, there's a lot of people here." I didn't think anything of it. He seemed okay. McFarlane seemed pretty cool too. When we got signed.
Silvestri was always cool.
Yeah, he seems like he'd be cool.
Yeah, all the because I'm close to Chicago, and that's basically how I saw all those guys was Chicago Comic Con, and before it was Wizard World and stuff. And they had a line. I think I still got it somewhere, but they had a Top Cow like a slip case that you could put their comics into.
Mm-hmm.
And they were in this. There was just a huge long line. It was all the artists, and I got them all to sign it. And man, I wish I could find it because it's got Michael Turner's autograph. It's got Dave Finch. It's got Silvestri. It's got David Ball. It's got all those guys.
Nice.
Brandon Peterson.
I know I have Silvestri, or no, it's Jim Lee. Never mind. I don't think I have Silvestri signing. Plago got me an ash can from their most recent San Diego Comic Con, but aside from that, that'll be the only thing I have signed by him. I don't think I've gotten Silvestri signed anything.
Huh.
I didn't ever got to meet him yet. I will meet him. Yeah, I'm a huge Silvestri fan too. So I was more into Silvestri, I think. I was definitely more into Silvestri than Liefeld. I'm not. Everyone like bows at Liefeld's artwork. I'm not one of them. I like his energy and like stuff like that. I don't like the art. you know.
Yeah. If he would have, he's one of those guys that didn't get better. Like he was. There are certain periods in his career where like you're like, oh, he's trying. He's really trying. He's not there anymore. He just absolutely is just coasting.
Right.
Um,
It
kind of the same thing. Like, and I'm not saying anything bad about it, but like Jim Lee, he's not the Jim Lee from the '90s.
well no.
He's a better artist. Like you see some of those sketches he does on his Twitch channel, they're phenomenal.
Right.
But if you want like awesome comic book art, Jim Lee, that's not him.
Right. Yeah. It granted he's getting older. He found the
Yeah,
style that just he could churn out like a machine and be okay with. It's his
yeah.
experimenting days are over. The only Valiant books I read back in the day were their
Nintendo.
their Nintendo ones.
Oh, I read. Gosh, what did I read? I read the hardcore one because it had the Jim Lee cover, inked by Bob Layton. I got Ninjak, Exo Manowar, Bloodshot.
Oh yeah, Bloodshot was pretty decent.
Yeah,
Manowar I like too. I like the artwork for some of it.
yeah,
Yeah, they were okay for a while. Turok,
yeah,
yeah, I remember that cover with that chromium like square in the
yeah.
middle of
Oh
it.
man, that was so awesome.
Yeah. But once
People,
again, they printed they saturated the market with so many of them. Like it was just
yeah,
ridiculous. But books were selling, it was the
yeah.
90s.
Make the money while they could, and then they got
Yeah.
out.
That's what I'm trying to do. No. Yeah.
Just need that one Netflix deal, and then I'm out.
Yeah, then I'm out. Then I'm good, man. That's why I'm doing this.
Just give me enough money to buy a house, and I'm out.
That's what I don't get. Like, this is
Yeah.
something like we've all wanted to do
Yep.
professionally for a long time. And then you get the people that they don't really want to draw or create anything half the time. They hate doing it, but they're just really hoping that they get that cool one niche thing that'll land them a movie or something,
Yep.
and they could just cash it. I'm like, man, that's a horrible existence. I love doing this stuff.
Oh yeah. It's the only thing I'm decent at is drawing. So if I didn't have this, I'd have nothing.
Well, you would just you'd be working a regular job forever.
Yeah. Well, I'd have like no passion. That's just
Right. Yeah, that's what I tell everybody. I'm so glad I can do this. I don't know. I don't know or understand like people who don't have like that can do stuff like that. What do they do? Like, what do they do? Like, it's like you watch TV all day.
They sit around and they drink beer.
Is that it? That doesn't sound like fun.
No, that doesn't sound like a good existence at all.
I guess that's why there's sports. Maybe I don't know.
Probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Do it anyway. Cares, just do it.
Throw some gray tones on it.
Not
Not anywhere near the level of Plague, but
oh, dude, who is?
God, I just watching him do that. I'm just like, wow.
It
enhances the art so much.
But not only does it, it's just he does it so properly.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It's just like you said, it enhances it. If I were to do that, yeah, it might enhance it, but I don't think it would have that same the energy. Once again, that word that he gets, or that tone. He gets that tone, man. That just totally sets the whole. He knows how to grayscale, man. That cat's impressive. I know he gets sick of hearing about the speed and stuff, but for how fast he is, he's just so good too. On top of it, I can understand if he's really good and it took him like a regular pace, then I'd be like, oh, okay, he's really good. But no, dude, he's super insanely quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to be on good terms with Matt Hawkins too, John Gillespie. Uh,
Wait, who?
John Gillespie was saying Matt Hawkins.
Oh.
I was at a Chicago show and I was in Artist Alley and he was walking by. He was still working. This is my missed opportunity. He wasn't at Top Cow yet. He was still with Liefeld, and he just walked by and I just kind of like I was like, "Hey man, what's wrong? You look a little down." And he just kind of came over and started talking and kind of looked at my stuff and he's like, "Here's the number. Call the secretary, and she will send you a packet with a script and some sample pages, and send in some samples." And I was like, "Sweet." So I did that, and then I think by the time I got the packet and everything, Liefeld was gone from Image. Marvel was filing bankruptcy, and everybody around me was like, "Yeah, that's not going to happen." But I was like, man, I should have just done it anyway, because then I could have been. Because he still went. I mean, he went on to do. He had Maximum Press. He had Awesome Comics. I just kind of feel like if I could have got my foot in the door that way, I missed that opportunity because I was just kind of like, oh, okay, I guess you guys are right. But yeah, that's my drive by of fame. Almost.
I mean, you came closer than I did. I never really did anything like that. I never had my portfolio or anything, and I didn't think I was good enough to go around and show, and I honestly wasn't at the time anyway, even like 10 years ago. So it wasn't for a while that I was like gained enough confidence that I could actually do stuff. But by then, I was working on my own thing anyway, and I was like,
yeah,
I'll just do this.
Yeah. And honestly, I am much more comfortable doing my own thing than trying to make my Spider-Man look correct.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Dude, you've seen my stuff. There ain't no way Marvel or DC would hire me considering their house styles. Like, there's no way. It would never happen. So it's more realistic to be like, okay, well, if I want to draw Spider-Man, that's what Frog G kind of is, man. It's my little, like, I draw him almost like Spider-Man and like his movements and stuff like that. So now I get to draw Spider-Man, you know?
Oh, so is Frog G's one of your characters? It's not the guy?
It's both.
Which came first?
The guy, Frog G. The link slinger in the chats. Because what happened was, the way it worked out was I had in my book, there's the aliens experiment and stuff like that, and people become what's called affected, where through fallout and all that stuff, they're instead of mutants, they're affected.
Yeah.
So I had a tier where instead of being drawn into the book, you become affected.
Ooh.
So so you become a trading card, and you get like D&D trading card stats. Like on the back, you get D&D stats and a little like power or spell or something like that.
Nice.
So you can play these characters in Pathfinder or D&D or whatever. Irene likes Pathfinder, that's why I said that. But yeah, so he backed that tier, and it turned out just everybody happened to love the card so much because it was a cool card that I drew. Don't get me wrong, but Inkspot's just his colors over it, man. Yeah. It just blew me out of the water, blew everybody out of the water. So people kind of almost like demanded it in a way. So we were like, all right. And then since Frog G came up with a character idea, he's getting a kickback. So
oh, nice.
Yeah, so it'll be the first comic created by a fan, in a way, that a non-creative person, non-creator, created by a fan to ever be put out, which is kind of cool. So, and it'll be like I said, I kind of viewed him as a Spider-Man like character when we came up with him, like in his movements and like how because he's a frog, he can jump really high, so
Yeah.
he can pull off those moves.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fun, man. Ink and I are gonna have a good time on it, and it may be the last interior work Ink ever does. We'll have to see what happens. Because he really wants to be in this and make this a living, but the funds just aren't there.
Yeah.
He would have to color every single book in CG
Yeah.
in order for it to happen. So if Frog G goes well, he'll probably keep doing it, but maybe just Frog G too. I don't know how things are gonna work, but yeah, so that's how that came about. Was Frog the dude Frog G back that tier.
Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of like when I first started watching the Red Valkyrie show, I felt like there was a lot of catch up I had to do to figure out what you guys were all talking about half the time.
Yeah, some of it is inside jokes. Some of it,
yeah. That's the joke.
No, they're good people over there. They're passionate about comics. They love to promote and help out the industry. I call it an industry over a community because we're indie. I mean, CG is indie, so the indie scene is an industry. So yeah, we just happen to be like-minded, is all that it really is. So yeah. But yeah, my style, it wouldn't fit in any mainstream title unless it was like Marvel Comics, like it's Sam Keith, Marvel Comics Presents, or like a Elseworld story, or something like that. Like it just wouldn't fly.
Yeah, I could see that, I guess.
Yeah.
I just think it's like it's so unique, man.
No, thanks.
Like that's why like I gravitate towards you. I gravitate towards Plagal. Just because it's so different and it's so refreshing because it's not what's been the status quo for so long. And then, I still get, a huge amount of inspiration from Shelby.
Oh, dude, forget about it. Shelby's amazing.
The dude's
he's a beast, man. He's a beast.
He is. Like how fast he puts stuff out. Like I swear, like for a while there over the summer, every single stream he put out was, oh yeah, this is going to be another cover for another Ash can, and then here's another cover, and then here's another. I'm like going, how much stuff are we going to get?
Yeah, exactly, man.
I'm going to have like this giant box full of.
And not only on top of that, like he has a regular job, like he works. So how are you producing all of this amazing content that's high quality, plus you're doing your regular job? Like, man, hats off to you.
I didn't know he had a regular job.
Well, he doesn't have a regular job like I do. He does like freelance stuff, but it's still enough to be a regular job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
So yeah, but like he puts out the kind of stuff I would think it would be just his job.
Yeah.
Like that's how much he puts out, how much content he puts out, and it's all good. So I haven't seen one bad drawing by him.
Oh shit! It is 9 o'clock. I'm probably gonna have to call it because I gotta get packed and I gotta get a couple hours of sleep.
Yeah, I gotta start doing stuff like that tomorrow. I don't have a out of state, but I'm gonna be outside a comic shop, drawing and stuff like that.
Awesome, man. Yeah. Well, good luck with that. I hope it.
Thanks, and good luck to yours as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be signing books and putting them in Gemini mailers.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah. True.
Transfer over to that. There you go.
All right. Well, you take it easy, my friend.
You as well. You gonna bye, chat. Hail the chat.
Hail the chat. Hold on to me. There, I'll be with you.
I'm gonna still wave the tiny hand in front of it till you end. It'll be waving goodbye.
There we go.
There you go.
Bye, guys. See you later.
See you tomorrow.